Mr. Reddy. Thank you, Chairman Sir, for giving me an opportunity to speak on behalf of my party about the 10th frivolous budget of 9 years old UPA government, who brings our growth down to 5%, the current account deficit for 5.4% at all the time high, and inflation is stubborn, interest rates are too high. So after independence, this is the 82nd budget presented before the August House. Even though it's unfortunate and it's a pity to note that the 1/5 of world poor people are living in India. So a country like India cannot survive without rural and agriculture sector. In 1970, the 65% of the people solely depends on agriculture, and the income on it occupies 50% of GDP. The same share drastically has fallen down to 14%. Now the 14% being shared with the 65% of the people of agriculture sector. So now, therefore, the farmers are facing very severe problem. Therefore, they are migrating from cities to rural areas to our cities as a contractual laborers, like masons, rod benders, and centering people. So therefore, the UPS government speaks always about the food security. So I question the government. Without the farming security, farmer security, they cannot expect the food security. The development of agriculture is ignition to stabilization of finance wing. Fertilizers, fuel, and manpower rates are being increased without any control. And the same is within the reach of farmers. Subsequently, the production has gone up. So subsidy on food grains, power and fertilizers also being reduced from 2.4 lakh crores to 2.2 lakh crores. In such situation arises, the farmer's suicidal case again may repeat. The government has to bestow their attention for sanctioning of incentive without any further till the farmers. Therefore, a consolidated pension scheme has to be granted to the farmers who crosses 60 years of age. Chairman Sir, I would like to request the Honorable Finance Minister, due to adverse attitude of the bankers towards farmers, they are unable to avail the agriculture loan, which is the target by the UPA government in 2012 and 13. So therefore, I request the Honorable Finance Minister, for the year 2013 and 14, in-time disbursement of targeted loan for the tune of 7 lakhs to monitor very closely. So therefore, I request Honorable Prime Minister to constitute a monitoring committee headed by the MP for his own constituency. So it will give accuracy, and initiation and disbursement also will be in time. So, Chairman Sir, the Andhra Pradesh has given a major contribution to form a UPA and UPA 2 governments with more than 30 MPs in 14th and 15th Lok Sabha. Even though the central government is neglecting in the long pending Andhra Pradesh project. Firstly, Indira Sagar Polavaram project provides irrigation to the 3 lakh hectares and 1,000 megawatts of power and diversion of 80 TMC of water from Godavari to Krishna and 25 TMC water to Visakhapatnam en route 540 villages. So secondly, the Bhimrao Ambedkar Pranihita Chevella Sujila Savanti project provides irrigation of 20 lakh acres in backward Telangana region. So we demand Honorable Finance Minister to announce both projects as a national project on behalf of my Telugu Desam party, on behalf of the state of Andhra Pradesh. So, all other backward communities, castes in the country to make up together the 50% of Indian population. OBCs are described socially and educationally backward classes, it is duty to government to ensure their social and economical development. Why the finance minister ignored to make a OBC sub-plan allocation in this budget? So I request on behalf of my Telugu Desam party, demanding the government with the creation of separate OBC sub-plan for the 1 lakh crores as a scheduled cash and scheduled sub-plan, SP, SP and CSP. And ABC. 2 minutes, sir. First time I am speaking on the budget. The government of Andhra Pradesh proposal has been submitted sanction of 1,580 road projects, upgrading of 5,000 kilometers with estimation of 1,775 crores under PMGSY. I would like to the Honorable Minister, Finance Minister, they have been allotted 21,700 crores for the PMGSY. Because since Andhra Pradesh is under category of PMGSY 2, I would like to ask the Finance Minister how much money you are going to allocate for the phase 2 of PMGSY. And what is the special benefit for the Andhra Pradesh since it is contributing of 30 MPs for the forming of UPA government. And also, sir, Narega, the farmers in India are facing severe problem, lack of availability of agriculture labor. And most of the laborers are engaged in Narega program. So therefore, the Honorable Finance Minister, and also we requested the Minister of Rural Development, keeping in view of hardship and maintenance of agriculture, request Honorable Finance Minister to allocate sufficient to the agriculture-focused Narega program to uplift the poor farmers. Subsequently, investment on agriculture by the farmers will come down.
Honorable members, please maintain silence.
Chairman, sir, recently I paid a visit to the certain schools in my parliamentary constituency, and I asked one 10th class boy to write a word committee on blackboard in English. The student written on the blackboard with one mistake. Then subsequently I asked teacher to rectify the word. Then subsequently he did 3 mistakes. So student did one mistake, teacher did 3 mistakes to write a small English word.
Please, so please wind up now.
This is clearly speaks standards of education in India. So therefore I request the Honorable Finance Minister, I request to allocate separate fund, upgrading the existing teachers in service training program under RVM and RMSA, Rajiv Vidya Mission and Rashtriya Madhya Shiksha Yojana, IWASH. So, sir, finally, where I hail from Nasrapet Parliamentary Constituency, which is totally backward area of Guntur district of Coastal Andhra. So now, on River Krishna, there are 2 barrages, dams, Srisailam and Nagarjuna Sagar. Both together having water storage of 700 TMC water. And it is both projects irrigating nearly 40 lakhs acres of coast. There are some comprising of 8 districts. Now due to silt, nearly 200 TMC water we lost on both projects. Subsequently 10 lakh acres converting from irrigation to the dry land. So therefore, I request the Honorable Finance Minister kindly look into that Andhra Pradesh and give a financial assistance to remove the silt from the both reservoirs. Therefore, I request the Honorable Minister to consider very positively, big state, huge problems. There are so many issues in Andhra Pradesh. If you shower some financial assistance, certainly we are very happy and we are congratulating on behalf of, if you do something. Summarily, the Finance Minister has failed to create hope on common man and improvement of quality of his life and has failed to give a confidence to corporate India.
Mr. Sanjeev Naik,
revival.
Now please wind up. No, please.
So would find shameful to be part of approving such a budget. Thank you, Chairman sir. Thank you very much.